My name is Simon Breen. I'm married to Carol. We have 3 children. We're farming here in Emly Co, Tipperary with my parents Peter and Sheila. We milk 250 spring calving crossbred cows. We rear only replacement heifers. We keep them for 1 year here on the farm as calves, and then they go to my contract rearer in Lisvernane and Callan. With us we have Kenna Purcell, who's here with me more or less full time every day. The recent changes to nitrates, banding and EBI to my breeding policy on the farm hasn't made an awful big difference, because with using LIC crossbred bulls, they're highly carbon efficient and efficient cows anyway. So we're producing about a kilo of mixed solids per kilo of live weight, so they're efficient in that regard. Obviously with the nitrogen application, we have to become more cognizant of that. So we're using a lot more slurry in the spring than we have been. We're introducing clover onto the swards. We're using less slurry spreading systems. That's through my contractor. So the use of sex semen for the coming breeding season, first of all, we're going to use a lot more of it. We're going to use it across the board in the heifers, like we did 2 years ago, but we're going to make a small change to the synchronization program that we used, hopefully to get better results with that. There'll be one use of sex semen across all the heifers on the sync program, and we're going to pick probably 100 cows, the best 100 cows in the herd. David Power and LIC will probably give me a hand to pick those 100 cows and use sex semen on those. The sync probe we'll use on the heifers for the coming season will be seeders, and all the injections that they require for fixed time AI. So all the heifers will be AI'd on the 1 day. Then we'll put in stock bulls for about 2 weeks. There should be nothing bulling, but they'll be put in anyway. On our day probably 17, we'll take out the bulls and we'll put on scratch cards on the heifers, and we'll serve the heifers repeats to beef AI, because they're all going to come within 3 or 4 or 5 days again. And after that, then when that period is finished, we'll let off the stock bulls with the heifers, and that'll be the AI season finished with the heifers. The cows, on the other hand, so the cows have had collars on them for the last 5 years. We've been using sex semen, using the collars for the last couple of years, so we're going to continue to use that. So we use the collars to get the timing right for AI in the cows. We will be using no synchronization program on the cows. The type of bull I'll use to breed my replacements, I'll use LIC advisors, David Power at the moment, but we had numerous other great advisors down the years. Linda O'Neill being one particularly that got me started on the crossbred route in the first place. She had a big influence on me and on the herd. And my criteria for selection of those bulls hasn't changed in the last 7 or 8 years. I use bulls that are high in fertility in New Zealand based on New Zealand figures. I use bulls that are high in protein percentage particularly. I don't chase volume. Calving date for me will fix volume. They'll have a long enough days in milk that'll solve the volume issue. The EBI of the calves behind me, this year's replacement calves, is 215. The euro value for milk is 90 and the euro value for fertility is 70. Their PD for fat is 0.36 and their PD for protein is 0.2, which is similar to the herd as it is. And their maintenance figure is maintaining the herd at the size it is at 30 euros, which is about a 490 kilo mature cow. The beef use in the herd for the coming season is, we'll start with the heifers. So we haven't used beef in the heifers before. We just went with conventional last year, and the year before we went sexed and just went with stock bulls after that. But this year we're going to use beef on the repeats of the sex semen in the heifers, because they're all going to come in roughly together. We'll probably use Angus, I think, but we haven't a decision fully made on that yet. The problem being with Angus up to now is that if you use it on the crossbred you get a black calf, but I think that for the coming spring we're going to be genotyping, so that'll prove that calf is an Angus when I say it is an Angus. Or up to now it was only your word and it was a black calf, it made no difference. On the cows, we've been using Continental on the cows for beef for the last couple of years very successfully. The crossbred cows, I would say, would damn nearly calve anything. So Mary Duggan advised me on the bulls, the beef bulls to use. We've been using one bull across all the cows in the herd for the last number of years. We don't switch between first calver or second calvers or third calvers, it's just one bull. The crossbred cows will calve anything. The only cows that we've ever had any issue with of late calving is maybe some of the older Frisian cows. Obviously sire selection is critical. So there's a dairy beef index. there at the moment. It's been there for the last couple of years, right? Part of that includes the calving ease and gestation length, which the beef buyer for the calves has no interest in, because he's not calving them. He's only interested in the CBV part of it. That is the one figure that the beef man is looking at. I'm going to pick bulls based primarily almost on the CBV value rather than the dairy beef index value. For me, the cow type is driven by your system. It's system first and cow second. So the question is, where will my cow be in 10 years' time? The question really is, what will my system be in 10 years' time? I don't see my system changing.